Hey guys, Tomboy601, and today Project CW returns. If you didn't catch this in its first alpha, well, you now have a treat. A brand new wargaming release is now upon us. This is the second alpha for this title, and they've made a lot of improvements, and I'm very excited to continue playing it because I'm having a ton of fun with it. Now, uh, I'm going to call this a somewhat open alpha because, well, there's so many players that they are giving the servers the hug of death, but that's okay. If you want to join this play session, it lasts through March 2nd. You can do that. The big update with Project CW in this second wave alpha is it is officially going to be on the consoles. Right now, the alpha is very open if you are on the PC and somewhat more limited if you're on console. But if you want to join the fun, all you have to do is head over to the Wargaming Center on PC to get access. You can use the code CW Alpha to Friends. Once again, that's CW Alpha to Friends in order to get access. And when you do, you'll be able to play at least on PC. And if you submit a report, submit a interest in coming over and playing on the consoles, you may get selected and that will open up for you. Now, as far as what tank you are seeing us play right now, there's two bits of information that you need to know. The first is that you have an agent or like a hero, and he or she brings along some abilities in for the tank, and then the tank also has specific abilities. So the hero that we are playing is called Hound. His unique skill is called Hunter's Mask, and what's that going to do is it's basically going to give you 3D vision of the critical modules of the enemy, and when you hit them, it also boosts your reload speed. Pretty dope. The tank, I almost said ship. I'm saying ship. The tank that we are in is the Leopard 1A 6A1. Our unique skills, or the skills that we have, the abilities, is we have the decoy, which deploys a decoy that looks identical to the tank, and then we have trapping shot, which is you saw us use on that Abrams over there. Basically, it is a laser beam that guides a cluster munitions in that will then disable or immobilize the enemy that you hit in that area. And I guess that brings us on to what they've changed in this alpha, because they've made a lot more additions to the mechanics of the game, and I have to say it is turning out to feel a lot better. So first off, they've added several effects: fire, electronics, dazing, and slowing. They now exist as interactive mechanics within the game world. They're triggered by targeting critical modules on vehicles or interacting with the world. Those critical zone mechanics, basically by dealing enough damage to specific critical zones on a tank, it will trigger a corresponding status effect. Now, the nice thing about this is they have now also added into the game during this alpha rapid firing low damage weapons, and those can build up these effects over time. So even if you don't have the biggest cannon, you do have an ability to take down enemies. You can see our little engineering recovery tank off as our partner. He has a rapid firing gun, and we're going to kind of pair up and work very well together. Now, those four effects are fire, which is done by damaging to fuel tanks. It will ignite the vehicle, causing continuous damage over time. Slowing, which is damage to the engine, which will slow the vehicle's movement. Dazing, which is damage to the crew or targeting crew-related modules, will daze them, which will temporarily disable their ability to fire their weapons. And then finally, jamming, which does damage to electronic systems or interacting with electronic warfare. That will jam the vehicle, suppressing the abilities of the vehicle. So those are all of the status effects that you can now receive. Speaking of status effects, you can see a lot of our team is currently knocked out. As I made mention to earlier, there is a hug of death going on with the community. A lot of people are interested in playing, and as a result, this is the one game I was able to record before while the servers were online, and then quickly taking it back offline. So fingers crossed on it all coming back. Now, as far as the other updates that are in the alpha, they've made quite a few. First off, they've made a ton of changes to the progression, which makes playing this feel a lot better. Last time in the first wave of the alpha, it was very much you play until you can upgrade a tank fully, and then you move on to the next tank, and that was the sum total of the progression. Now, they've totally reworked progression. So, there are now basically, there's an account level progression, there's the tank progression, which now includes 40 modules spread across 6 slots and 50 vehicle levels. There's now factions with 3 unique factions, which have been introduced, that they offer basically new agents, vehicles, modules, and missions, and they have unique stores that allow you to get modules way before you would have been able to if you were just grinding up that tank. There's also a premium, what I'm feeling is going to become a premium currency called the CW coin, but there's very limited ways to earn that, but that will be able to be spent on customization items. Then they also have missions or goals to do, like dailies, and then of course they have what else but a rotatable shop. Of course you would need that in this day and age of gaming. Finally, they did also make some huge quality of life updates into this game. First off, there is the matchmaker. It now has, I'm not going to call it quite Overwatch levels, but it is going to take into account your tank's power and your skill level, which can be a good or a bad thing. So far, the skill-based matchmaking hasn't seemed too strong, so far I'm having fun with it. There's now an armor inspector, which is super nice, so you can see where you're supposed to hit enemy tanks in order to do big damage on them. They of course added controller support now that they are supporting the consoles. They've also added a ping system. They've done quick matching, and then the big one, which we will see how it does, is they do also plan on rolling out a replay theater for this game. So big ups, at least for me being in the content creator space. So I am very excited for that. But with all of that said, guys, that is Project CW. Like I said, am having a ton of fun, like I was with the first play test. I will continue to play with this. Let me know down in the comments below. I have asked Wargaming for a Xbox code to try this out on Xbox, because right now I'm just playing it on my PC. But let me know if you want to see the console footage, if you want me to continue making videos like this. If you like videos like this, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. And with all that said, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. See ya.